Have you ever met a woman who just doesn't trust men? No matter how kind, how patient, or how genuine someone is, there's always a wall, a quiet distance, a feeling that she's protecting herself from something invisible. People might say she's cold or guarded, but deep down, she's not heartless. She's hurt. So today, let's explore the psychology of women who don't trust men. Because behind every wall, there's always a story. Type 1. The woman shaped by early experiences, gentle, analytical tone. Trust doesn't begin in adulthood, it begins in childhood. If a girl grows up in a home where men were unreliable, aggressive, absent, or emotionally distant, her brain learns an early lesson. Men are not safe. Psychologists call this attachment imprinting. It's when a child's early experiences form the blueprint for how they see relationships later in life. So when her father broke promises, when her brother yelled instead of protected, when she saw her mother cry instead of smile, those memories became her definition of love. Now, as an adult, even if she meets a good man, her subconscious whispers, "Be careful. He'll leave too." She's not rejecting love. She's just trying not to relive her pain. Type 2. The betrayed heart. Then there's the woman who once trusted completely and was shattered. She gave her heart, her faith, her loyalty, and in return, she got lies, cheating, manipulation. This kind of betrayal doesn't just break trust, it rewires the brain. Studies show that emotional betrayal activates the same areas as physical pain in the brain's anterior cingulate cortex. So when she says, "I can't trust again," she's not exaggerating. Her mind is literally trying to protect her from more pain. To her, being distant is not bitterness, it's survival. She doesn't want to hate men. She just can't forget how much it hurt the last time she believed one. Type 3. The woman who learned independence too early. Some women don't trust men because they never learned to depend on anyone. They grew up solving everything on their own, emotionally, financially, mentally. Maybe they watched their mother struggle alone, or maybe they were taught that vulnerability is weakness. So they built their own safety net. And now, when a man says, "Trust me, I'll take care of it," her mind goes, "No, I take care of myself." Psychologically, this is known as hyperindependence. It often stems from trauma, the belief that relying on others always ends in disappointment. So she builds walls, not because she wants to be alone, but because being alone feels safer than being let down. Type 4. The observer. Then there's a different kind of woman, the one who's seen too much. She's watched her friends get cheated on, seen her mother stay in a toxic marriage, heard too many stories that begin with "he said he'd never hurt me." Over time, her brain gathers data, and it starts forming patterns. Psychologists call this observational conditioning. It means you don't have to get burned to fear the fire. You just have to watch others get burned enough times. So even if she's never personally been betrayed, her trust in men erodes through what she's witnessed. To her, every smile hides a secret. Every promise sounds rehearsed. And every "I love you" feels like a potential setup. Type 5. The one who lost herself. Once there's another kind of woman. The one who trusted so deeply once that she forgot who she was. She molded herself around a man, his needs, his moods, his opinions, until one day, she couldn't recognize herself anymore. When that relationship ended, she didn't just lose him, she lost her identity. Now, she promises herself, "Never again. Never again will I give someone that much power." So she becomes cautious, detached, and fiercely protective of her independence. Because trust, to her, feels like surrender, and she's not ready to lose herself twice. Type 6. The woman who's still healing. And finally, some women don't trust men simply because they're still healing. Healing takes time. It takes courage. It takes unlearning years of pain and fear. She's not bitter. She's rebuilding. She's learning how to trust herself first before she lets anyone else in. Because the truth is, you can't trust others until you feel safe within your own heart. What this really means, if you're a woman who finds it hard to trust, remember this. You're not broken. You're protecting yourself. But healing begins when protection turns into peace. And if you're someone who loves a woman like this, don't rush her walls. Show her safety, consistency, and truth. Because trust doesn't return through words, it returns through actions. Understanding this psychology helps us all to build kinder relationships, to stop taking distance personally, and to start seeing defense mechanisms as unspoken pain. So Finley, if this video helped you see things differently, give it a like. It really helps the channel grow. And tell me in the comments, do you see yourself in any of these types? Or have you ever met someone like this? Your story might help someone else feel less alone. And don't forget to subscribe, because here, we don't just talk about psychology, we understand the human heart.